the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 2nd and 10, Goff again. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. There's Goff. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at about the 14. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the pressure gets to him again. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back to throw. McLaughlin. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Fielded about a yard deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw is gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Goff. He'll check this one down to Michel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Howard, and a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the delay, it's Howard. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man. That's Harry. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On 2nd down, Freeman. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Off play action. McLaughlin looking deep for Julio. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. A former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
This is taken at the 15. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
To throw on 3rd down, McLaughlin. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Yeah, he gets this deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McLaughlin. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
They have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Not just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
On the ready. 52's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. 2nd and long. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down.
He's checking, he's checking.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Goff. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now Goff, he's got it to Williams. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. Goff now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Way back at the 19 now. What do they have here on 3rd and goal? Out of the gun. Goff. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And McManus able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on second down. McLaughlin airing it out, looking for Ridley. It's caught inside the 25. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again. McLaughlin. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. This complete to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking deep for Julio. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Julio Jones, the lone receiver left.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Falcons push further out in front.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
I got it. Wide, get wide.
This is Michelle on the counter. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the ground is Michelle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground, and 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, Haywood!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Jones has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons push further out in front. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. That's to his running back, Sony Michel.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They run with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Come on, let's go.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. It doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Goff now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 45.
From the gun, here's Goff. Catch is made by Harry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
On first down, it's Goff. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is gone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the set. Block 52. 52's the mic. Here we go. Check, 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 check. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. On 1st and 10, McLaughlin.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting...
And this is caught. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Hey, shoot! Shoot!
From the gun, McLaughlin to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Second and 1. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Hurry.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Back to throw. McLaughlin. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's gone. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Down. 60 outlaw.
I'm here all day. Man left, man left. You got three down, three down.
Ready?
Following the fumble recovery, McLaughlin letting one go. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. New England on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Stidham. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time.
Let's go, let's go.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, lock it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Stidham. Able to get this to Gordon. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Now it's Stidham.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Stidham. And his throw here's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great...
This is caught inside the 15. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McLaughlin looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Stidham sets to throw on 1st. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for New England, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on